In this video, I'm going to take a look back at all the sets from my 2019 LEGO Collecting and Investing Recommendations video. Link above if you want to check that out first. I'm interested in seeing how each of these sets has grown in value and call out any major missteps on my part. Without further ado, let's get into the list. I'm going to go in the same order as my previous video, which means we've got Star Wars in the front. Betrayal at Cloud City did retire in November 2019 and is now selling for an average of $400. By the way, I'm using this new site I found called Brick Economy, link in the description below. I can't believe it took me this long to find a resource like this. I will definitely be using it for future videos. To get an average price, they catalog sales across eBay, Amazon, and Bricklink for sets that are brand new, sealed in box. They also provide a projected value, which in the case of Betrayal at Cloud City is $425 at the 1-year mark from its retirement date. That's an annual growth rate of 20%, which is twice the average of the US stock market, which I always consider when making comparisons. So I'm pleased for both my prediction of retirement and how the set is doing from a value perspective. The Ultimate Collector Series Y-Wing also retired in November 2019, so good call there, and has seen a similar growth trajectory as Cloud City. Brick Economy expects 18% annual growth for this set. Here's a miss from me with Action Battle Endor Assault. This was on a list of sets that were expected to retire, and it surprised me then that it was even on that list. I expected it to stick around a lot longer. I should have trusted my gut because this set is still available, so sorry if you picked this one up early. I'm back on the board with the 20th anniversary Snowspeeder, retired in December 2019. This set is already fetching $50 on the aftermarket, which is great considering you could easily find it 20% off or more when it was available. Brick Economy has a projected annual growth of 42%, which is pretty nice. Another set where I nailed the retirement date, Octo Island, retired December 2019. However, I missed the mark on value here. Brick Economy is projecting an annual growth rate of just 10%, which is not great. I will note that if you picked the setup at a 20% discount, then your return is looking closer to 30%. So I might have to caveat that for a lot of these lower price sets as we go through the list. The Rebel Awing Starfighter from the 4 and Up series retired in January 2020, so right on the mark here as well. This set is looking similar to Octo Island. Brick Economy has a projected price of $17 by the 1-year mark, which really is peanuts when you consider that this set retailed for $15. I'm hoping it bucks this trend and hits the $30 mark by the year end. Maybe I'll do another retrospective at the end of the year just to catch up on all these sets. Comment below if you would like to see that video. Finally, our first non-Star Wars set, the Controlled Batmobile, retired in January 2020, but its projected growth isn't looking great either. Brick Economy has the projected annual growth at a measly 5%. But if you bought this thing when it was discounted at $80, your annual growth is closer to 30%. I've talked about it in my purchasing video linked above about how important purchasing at a discount is, and here is the proof right here. Again, I nailed the retirement date here with the Velociraptor Chase retiring in January 2020. The projected growth isn't too shabby either at 17%. Hanging on for a bit longer than most of the other sets on this list, TRex Breakout retired in February 2020, and it's my first real swing and a miss from a value perspective. This thing hasn't grown at all since it retired, and Brick Economy has a projected annual growth below its MSRP. However, it was very easy to grab this set at a 20% discount, nearly its entire shelf life. So if you take that into account, you should actually see a 12% increase at the 1-year mark. Still, not great. Here's a set that I will call semi-retired. Voltron was marked as retired in December 2019, but you can still technically buy it at Barnes & Noble in the US. Brick Economy has a projected price of $230 by year's end, which I think is spot on. That equates to a 27% annual growth rate, not to mention that this set was heavily discounted last holiday season, so your gains may be even greater if you manage to nab it at a discount. Let's keep the good news rolling here with NASA Apollo Saturn V, retired December 2019. This set has the highest estimated annual growth rate of any set that we've talked about so far, 55%, which is pretty nice. Again, I got the retirement date right here with the Harry Potter Advent Calendar, December 2019. I don't know if I believe Brick Economy's projected annual growth for this set because holiday-themed sets like these tend to spike when people are back in the holiday spirit. They are predicting 7% growth or 34% if you grabbed it at a discount. I'm expecting closer to 25% when we hit the holiday season or 56% if you got it at that 20% discount. Let's get these next two busts out of the way. Hogwarts Express and the Quidditch match are still somehow available today. With a third wave of Harry Potter sets hitting shelves soon, I don't expect these to stick around much longer, so if you didn't grab them yet, now might be the time. Here is one of my favorite predictions from last year, Belle's Tea Party, retiring right on time in December 2019. This set is projected to grow 70%. Yep, that's right, 70% by the end of the year. I'm not lying when I say that these Duplo sets make some of the best investments. Speaking of Duplo, TRex Tower also retired right on time in January 2020. The projected growth rate isn't as high for this set, only 20% by the end of the year, but that's nothing to sneeze at. Winding down the list, last 3 sets, starting with the Winter Holiday Train. This was a bit of a gamble, but it did retire in December 2019, and projections have its growth rate around 40%. Similar to the Harry Potter Advent Calendar, I expect that rate to be even higher as we get closer to the holidays, but still a solid investment either way. We're going to end the list here with 2 pretty big disappointments. Assembly Square only recently went out of stock due to COVID-19 production issues, which I created a video about if you want to check that out, link above if you want to check that out. I'm going to assume that it isn't fully retired yet, but hey, it's currently out of stock, so if you did sell it today, you would be looking at a 25% return, which is not too shabby. I mentioned that this was the investment I was most excited about, and it turned out to be the biggest letdown. Spider-Man and the Museum Breakin is now fully available on Lego.com, and I'm not even sure if it will retire this year at all. Sorry to end on such a sour note, but it just goes to show you can never be too sure about how sets will retire. Well, that was the entire list, and if you were keeping score, I correctly predicted the retirement for 14 out of the 19 sets on this list. Considering I dropped my prediction video well before the holiday shopping season, I think I did a pretty good job, and I plan on creating another one this year, maybe around August. A lot of people asked for this video in particular, so if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'm pretty good at responding to those comments. If you want more content like this, I highly recommend subscribing. You can also check out our podcast where you can get even more of my thoughts on Lego collecting and investing. Just search Toy Talk Guys in your podcast app of choice or click the link in the description below. Remember that this is not professional investing advice. All investing involves risk, and you are solely responsible for that risk. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.